I sure do love being Alexander Hamilton and being alive and well.
It was a night like no other. I was sitting in my office waiting for a call that would change my life. I heard on the phone call that Alexander Hamilton was murdered in his own home. I wondered to myself, how could that have happened? Who could have killed him? And then I realized that politicians are pretty mean.
Kind of look what the scene's like. Oh my god, worse than I thought.
Detective,
Man.
I'm so glad you're here. My husband, who was murdered.
Yeah. He left clues behind. A whiskey bottle. A receipt for a ticket to Philadelphia. A knife. And around it, the Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Man. Ma'am, do you have in mind anyone who could have done it?
No, I don't know. He has never hurt anybody and has just done everything he can for this country.
Can you think of 3 people who did it?
James Monroe, John Adams, but those are the only 2 I could think of.
Well, I can think of a 3rd. You!
Oh! Detective! What am I doing here?
You're being interviewed, man.
Why?
I have reason to believe that you killed your husband.
How could you say such a thing?
Well, my main reason is that he cheated on you, your beloved husband.
Well, even so, I would never do such a thing. If anything, you should suspect John Adams. He and Hamilton have disagreed on many occasions and have even sent death threats to each other.
Is it because they're opposing political parties like Federalists and Anti-Federalists?
No, they're on the same party, yet they still manage to disagree on most topics and compete with each other on many occasions.
Is this because Hamilton may have rigged John Adams' election against Washington for him to win?
It is possible.
John Adams. Who could have thought? Federalist killing another one? People these days. Sir.
Yeah?
I'd like to question you about your relationship with Alexander Hamilton.
I hated that guy!
Hated him enough to kill him?
No, I would never. I may have hated him. I would have never killed him, though. We were in the same parties.
Yeah, but what about that election incident you had with him? What about that?
Still mad about that. But I would never kill him! I think James Monroe might have killed him.
Well,
They almost got into a duel themselves if it weren't for Aaron Burr.
who could it have been? No one else.
Could it have been Jefferson?
Oh, hey, you're there. No, it couldn't have been. He was out of town. He was in Philadelphia, and Hamilton got killed elsewhere.
Huh. I did hear word, though, that James Monroe was visiting Thomas Jefferson. Could that be a clue at all?
James Monroe.
Yeah.
Like, the anti-federalist that his mentor was Thomas Jefferson? He was visiting town?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Just clarifying, no need to get aggressive.
I wasn't being aggressive, dude.
Yeah, you were, pal.
Okay.
Anyways, we gotta interview this guy. You're not my secretary. I need to call him. And on top of that, a receipt to Philadelphia. Philadelphia, where your boy Thomas Jefferson was staying at it. You did it for him. You wanted to be an accomplice. He wanted to be president soon, so you were gonna do it so your friend could get scot-free away with it. But guess what? You won't. I got you.
Fine, I did it! You know what? I did it for him, alright? And I don't want none of you. I did exactly what I had to, alright? He deserved it, alright? He's ruining our entire country, causing everyone to suffer for his mistakes, alright? I will not stand for it.
You're going to jail. This is why you shouldn't kill people.
I was in my office and I wrote the case off and I filed it with the attorney's office. Then I got a call, and it was people questioning me. Why couldn't it have been Jefferson? Well, it very much could have been in a different world. Jefferson was out of state and couldn't kill Hamilton, but nonetheless, they still argued. This is one of them.
Yeah, right. Hamilton,
Jefferson.
how are you doing?
Lip you, dude. You know what? I got a bone to pick with you. You know what?
Oh, really? Why?
The Embargo Act.
You want to bring up the Embargo Act?
Yeah, it hurt the U.S. economy because it shut down foreign trade.
Oh, you want to know what it didn't hurt? Long term, pal? GDP of America. Self-reliance, so we didn't have to worry about the old world importing from there. Like from Britain, you know, the guys we just revolutionary-ized from.
Well, speaking of revolutions, you downsized the military, and you then purchased these small vessels and fleets, which turned out to be completely useless and a waste of money.
Oh, are you saying something's wrong about our financial system that you designed, pal? And on top of that, you want to talk about maybe it's more foreign affairs that we're getting into that maybe we shouldn't? When in fact, I'm the guy who got us out of a war between France and Britain. You remember that? Or are we just going to gloss over that? And on top of that, speaking of those, you know, the French guys, oh, they sunk our ships, but we got a bunch of land down south. Our entire, like, literally, we're just expanded over and over again. And now we have so much more in the south that all of our industries can grow and America can become a powerhouse.
Wow. You know what the Louisiana Purchase did do that?
Get you tongue-tied?
A little bit. It changed your perspective on the Constitution.
Oh, there
you
it is.
switched up on us.
Oh, I switched up on you. Okay, yeah, sure. Now, like, you switch up on everyone, and that's why everyone hates you. You know what? Someday, that's gonna get you killed, Hamilton. Give me James Monroe. And why was that guy 911? He was in my house. Help. What is this? We don't have phones yet. This joke is getting, let's go home. I'm tired. What do you mean?
Getting riled up over this. Boy. Is that good?